there's one thing, it looks good on paper, and then there's you get the building, and then suddenly like you have to suddenly make it, because you've made this perfect. I look at the environment, and it is absolutely superb for the listeners that will catch it if they get a chance to come down and have a look around. Yeah. But there's no stone left been unturned here. It's absolutely immaculate. And I actually said to you before we got online, you had your kick-off yesterday, and it's absolutely immaculate again. Yeah. So was there any moments where we thought, this is like buying a house, it suddenly starts rolling, the expenses start going too fast. So was there any sort of hairy moments you think, God, this is getting out of hand?
I think thankfully we just had some good planning around it. We knew our budgets, we knew what we wanted to do. I think we had just a good indication around what things would cost. Good partnerships. We used an organisation called Woodhouse that architected and designed and helped us with that. They were great at what they did. So I just think all of those pieces added up, even down to even some personal experience around development of property to an extent. I love the attention to detail, and I think add all those things up, we get a great location, a great facility. So it's just a combination of factors, but having some attention to detail, wanting to go a little bit more where we could, I think has really helped.
Yeah, no, you've got an amazing,
Thank you.
office. I saw that CAE also recently sponsored the Hertfordshire Chamber of Commerce Summer Garden Party.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a big fan of face-to-face events, and it's great to see that you guys are sort of supporting the local area. What benefits do you get from supporting these types of organisations and local events? Is it expertise, or is it using it for talent or customers? Because one of the things I thought, you're a big organisation. Why are you still supporting local charities and local businesses?
Yeah, it's a really good point, and something that is extremely important. So I think a big part of it is actually CAE and our brand, and actually our responsibility that we should be doing more. And as we've grown as a business, we have always done stuff, right? But it's actually wanting to do more because we can do more, and actually we want to do more. So I think there's a big piece of that around getting ourselves out there to be as supportive as we can. Clearly, CAE is our headquarters in Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire. The natural first place is look to support the local community in the local area, and we've done that in quite a few ways, whether that's with working with the local chamber, which are fantastic, by the way. They are a great group of people, so that really helps. And then you get to link in with some of the organisations, charities, other founders of other great ideas, and we can help get out there and get to support that. But it can't stop there. It's been a good first step, and you've got to look at the locality. But it's also how do we then represent that across all of the UK, because obviously CAE is everywhere, and we want to make sure there's a good balance. And with things like the CAE Foundation that has been up now, and we have our employees and staff within that group where they themselves are recommending local organisations, local ways in which we can give something back right across the country. And there's a whole host of other ways that we can help support organisations, whether that's through trying to help eliminate digital poverty, to giving up just time. It's not all about a financial thing. It's employees can go and paint a wall or dig a garden, or lots of different ways in which we can help. Yes, it's great that it can start local to the headquarters, but there's no reasons why we can't do it in all sorts of different ways, shapes or form. And I think with some of the things now around sustainability and ESG, and we've launched our care brand that represents that, there's so much more we can do that's not only for the benefit of us, but it's going to start to, and it is benefiting our clients and the organisations that we're working with. So it's going to be a fascinating journey on how we can get more engaged, not only from delivering a technology, delivering a service, but actually how we can add more value around that.
Talking of value, a few weeks ago you were part of the panel of the CRN's Exchange Best of Breed 2023, where you were talking about how to create value, which you just mentioned, for customers, your people and the wider industry. Can you give the listeners some insights on how you go about that, or how you've gone about that through your career?
Okay, so for me, back into the early days that we've touched on, and some more, customer has always been centre to me. Again, that's for me, that's always been super important. It was massively important for my sales career, and making sure that the customer was always at the heart of what we were trying to do. So whether that be a particular technology or a particular outcome. I've always had that view. So that's just me anyway, so I'm super honed in on that. I think that has really, really helped, because obviously now, fast forward X years, customer value, customer experience, customer intimacy, all of these labels, but it still ultimately comes down to how are you personalising that experience with the client? How are you able to take a task that a customer needs and delivering an outcome that's going to make a difference and delivers, and it's an action. So for me, I think it's great that the emphasis almost has finally been recognised at how important that is, because for me it's been true for my whole career. I think the fact now that the industry and the market and even outside of tech is recognising the importance of that personalisation for a particular client, segment, vertical, whatever, I think it's just the way it just has to go. And I think the more that you can become aligned and in tune and talk the same language, create an ecosystem, have a community, all of these good things, I think it's just going to make you stand head and shoulders above the competition, and it will really help you not only achieve what you want to achieve within your business, but it will actually help the customers achieve what they want to achieve and their successes in whatever they happen to do. So for me, it's always been there.
How do you see this changing, or do you see it changing with the emergence of AI, which you touched on earlier?
Yep.
Does this pose a threat or an opportunity to the tech sector in terms of getting intimacy with clients, etc.? Because everyone's talking about it.
It's got to be an opportunity. I'm always an optimist. Change means opportunity as far as I'm concerned. AI, yet another fascinating topic. Plenty more where that came from, I think, in how we can discuss that. But going back to us as an organisation, the channel, it's another opportunity to talk to your client and talk to a prospect. So straight off the bat, it's a reason to engage. And at the moment, much like other trends that have happened over the years, in our industry and in the tech industry, when something comes out, customers, organisations are unsure what that means. They're not sure how that may affect their business. So straight away, if you've educated yourself, you understand how you can build a proposition around something, then engage with the client around how they could embrace AI and what does that actually mean, how that can actually then fast track their ambitions. I think it will just enable you to engage more and have more opportunity. And as always, out of those conversations comes other opportunity, which can be good old-fashioned traditional channel opportunity through to other things that, managed services opportunities that may not have been at the table at that time. So for me, I think not only is AI a really interesting and fascinating development, and we're going to see it for years to come, but it is going to enable us to have more conversations, more opportunities with our clients and differentiate.